Hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. I'm so happy to have you here with me. This is a case study that is actually specific for somebody, but I'm also putting it out there because other people can be experiencing the same type of energy. Because this person that I'm sending it to, I strongly feel like is part of my fractal line or soul family, so to speak. And so are all of you. So I think there could be a connection here. So what I'm going to get into with this case study, or the theme of this, is you are about to go through something significant here where you're taking a leap. Okay. So what I'm sensing here is this fool's journey. Okay. And it's like you're about to take this leap of faith, to be out on your own, or to just do something significant that is like almost, I feel like almost independent for you. Okay. Like, this is what I need to do for myself. Like, I'm feeling a very strong, well, it's funny. Okay. Cause the person I'm doing this for is a Gemini, and I'm feeling this like strong direction of, I just know this is right. And I do feel this subtle, like maybe a little bit of anxiousness, but there's also a little bit of like excitement. I feel like I can breathe, like it feels more expansive. Okay. So if this energy feels like you, we're going to kind of get into the surroundings about it. Okay. The issue, and I don't necessarily, I shouldn't say the issue. We'll just say the energy currently at play, even though I'm getting that strong feeling, right, of the Fool. What actions you need to take that can benefit you at this time, what supports you at this time. We'll see what's really causing you some anxiety. We're going to get some advice from your highest self. We're going to see what is no longer serving you. We're going to see what sacrifices you may have to make. And the conclusion of this leap of faith, so to speak. Okay. So let's start out with, what is the energy or the issue? I don't want to say issue. It feels like the energy. Ooh, yes. Love this for you. Love this for you. Yeah, this is you answering the call. This is the Judgment card. And it's just like you answering the call and stepping into this, like, you just know. Like, I almost feel like this is your higher self saying, you need to do this. And you're like, yes, I hear you. I'm answering the call. Okay, so then let's see what actions you need to take right now. What actions does this collective need to take right now? 7 of Jars. The 7 of, so this talks about having many options. Okay, let me see what I gotta take a good look at this card. Oh, okay, you need to look at options available to you. I think there's more information for you to learn. And that might be what's causing anxiety. I don't know, like maybe you need something extra for this next leap of faith, or this next phase that you're going into. And the options here with the 7 of Jars, like, especially because she has this book open, it's like you're learning more information. You're needing more information. I feel like you need more information in order to make that next step, so that you can choose, appropriately, or with more alignment. All right, let's see what is supporting this leap of faith for you at this time. What is supporting the leap of faith for this collective at this time? It seems like your actions and following logic, right? The Knight of Swords is about moving, and it's one of the quicker moving knights in the tarot. And it's kind of like this idea of, you get the thought, the idea, and then you go with it. Like there's like no time to waste. And you know, it's interesting because like typically I would say like, you know, don't be too hasty, but this is what is actually supporting you right now. So what I would say is this could be just a significant energetic time where the thoughts that you're having are so connected or so resonant, or that you are just so connected to your highest self or to that directional call that you can trust these thoughts that are coming in to direct you. So I'm also seeing this kind of, I feel like, again, there's going to be some options that you're going to need to look at, and you're going to know right away that that option is what you want just by the energy of this card. All right, now let's see what your anxieties are. Excuse me. What is your anxiety about with this new leap of faith? What is this collect? I think it's just that you lack the confidence that you can do it, that you can, like, the, you know, fire element, the passion, it's like, do I actually have the wherewithal, the strength within me, the resilience? Resilience kind of speaks to the strength card, but I'm still feeling in this nonetheless for you, because the Queen of Wands is able to continually keep that flame burning. And so this might be an anxiety of yours, is like, how can I continue that going? But what I will say is, like, then well, you know what? I don't want to say that, because let's see what the next card says, because that's what I'm feeling right now is the anxiety. I feel like just with the cards surrounding it, especially the answer or the rebirth, answering the call, I feel like you may have the anxiety around that, but I still feel like you are and are able to possess the energetic embodiment of the Queen of Wands, where you are able to move this forward, even if you're worried about that at this moment. All right, let's see the advice from higher self, which feel like that just got channeled through. Okay, hold on. Advice from highest self for this collective. I love this. Yes. Okay, so we have the Knight, or the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords, and it's like, just allow yourself to be like, this is the young childlike energy, and it also is that energy of like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Like, it's a little bit, because it's immature, so it's like you get all the thoughts and you don't necessarily think them through, and you just kind of do stuff. And I feel like no, that's not resonating. That feels more like the energy that's supporting you, actually. The advice from higher self, hold on. It's to learn more. Let me see if I see something in the picture. I'm going to pause for a second to actually look in the book, because I feel like I'm missing something to this right now. Oh, okay. Wow, okay, no, I'm feeling it now. You're being asked to really connect with your spirituality, like your, how do I say that? Oh, that's the advice. Okay, to learn how to really connect with your head. That's what it is. The advice from your higher self is to learn how to connect to your higher self, to connect to that subconscious energy, to connect to the soul. I don't know how else to say this. I can only describe it as how I experienced my intuition. When my intuition was first coming online, is like, you know, so there's even a little hesitation in me to say this because of how crazy it sounds, but here we are. There's always this voice that I hear in my head, okay? And like I would say something and then I would hear in the background, oh, that's this, or oh, that's that. And like I just always, part of me feels like this is a Scorpio part of me. But remember, you have Scorpio in your chart, regardless if it's your sun sign or not. But I think that's what it's asking you to get really in tune to. You know, and it's funny that that's coming through too because of the Gemini kind of Scorpio connection. That is what I think your higher self is kind of calling you to connect more with, is like that higher intellectual side that you have and that intuition that you have. Because I think there's something significant about that so that you can follow that direction because you can hear her more or him more, and you can start working with it more. I think that is significant for you because I think that will also help you with the options. And I also think that's what's going to help you with the confidence, because the more you utilize this connection, the more you listen to what is being told through you, the more confidence you will have in this journey and in making this decision. I don't just necessarily mean to say like this journey, but like this big leap of faith that you're taking. Okay. And then what is no longer serving you? What is no longer serving this collective? Fighting with people. So what I'm sensing and feeling here is it's putting energy. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So the Five of Wands energy is a lot about conflict, but it's interesting because the conflict isn't always necessarily bad, right? Because the next wand is the Six of Wands, which is success and being recognized. And typically the reason that is because in order for this conflict to stop, everybody had to start working together. So there is some sort of recognition and almost some sort of success that happens from all the resources being focused onto one thing. So I feel like what's no longer serving you is having your energies kind of scattered in all different places. I feel like there needs to be a specific goal set for this leap of faith. And to just focus on that goal. Now, it's not to say there aren't going to be things that you're going to need to do to focus on that goal. And that's where I think was kind of seeing that Five of Wands going into the Six of Wands, because there will be success once you do that, like with this leap of faith. Once you, I feel like it's like you putting all of your eggs in the basket, like maybe you're a little bit hesitant with this new journey or this leap of faith. And this is you like committing to it and fully putting all of your energy towards it. And I do feel like that is going to lead you to success. But like having conflict about it, or I even feel like engaging other people's energy with it is just, it doesn't benefit you right now, almost because I feel like it's like leaving you feeling like the Queen of Wands, like not the confidence. Like, remember, this was the anxiety. I think that it's because of the conflict that you might be speaking about or talking about with other people. And so it's kind of leaving you with, well, can I do this? So yeah, that's That is what I am seeing there. Okay, and then lastly, so interesting the way that these are on the board. Okay. Oh wait, we're not lastly, right? That was 6. Okay. So what sacrifices okay, well, I guess let's see, what sacrifices will this collective need to make? You know, I would normally, like, the 10 of Wands is like usually overburdened, but I feel like because, I don't know where to put this deck. Okay. I feel like because of this Queen of Wands, like, you're able to sustain this. I do feel like at some point you're going to get some support, but the sacrifice I think that you're having to make right now is that you are going to put all of the burden on yourself. And it's like this. So it's like, I feel like it won't always be forever, because he's coming to go back to the hive, right? Because he's fully loaded with pollen. So I do feel like, you know, you're not always going to have to do that. But right now, the sacrifice you're making is putting all of the burden on yourself. But again, I think that's going to lead to this confidence and ultimately to this almost bigger rebirth and bigger calling for you in a way. Like, it's weird, it's interesting to say, but it almost feels like it's going to open up something for you, like a new path. Although, you know, typically the Star card is how I see that, but that's just the feeling I'm getting. Okay, let's see what the conclusion to this leap of faith is going to be. OMG. I love it. Boom. You know what? I did some, in the morning, I always do some spiritual work, like, where am I at? Like, I literally do like a internal map of myself. Anyway, today was about like intuition being really spot on. Look what comes out, the Star card. And that is exactly what I was feeling. Is, yes, it's going to be over. The sacrifices, you're taking on a lot of burden, but this is leading you down a divine path. So I'm going to leave that here. I feel like that's such an amazing reading. Like, I'm so happy that this is the way that this is unfolding for you. You know, in part, I'm kind of seeing something too with because we were talking about you getting more connected with your intuition and to your higher self. And so I think because of the fact that you're going to have to depend on yourself so much, that you're going to have to follow your intuition a lot more. And I think that's partly why this path is going to open up for you. Okay, that's what I have for you. I'd love to know how that fits, how it feels, and yeah.